I'd be willing to bet that if you had a friend or family member who was constantly putting you down or talking negatively about you and to you, after a time, you probably stop interacting with that person. You'd say, I don't need that negativity in my life, and then probably delete them from your contacts list and move on. So then, why do we allow that negative voice inside our own heads to take up permanent residency? In the very first chapter of his book, The Untethered Soul, author Michael Singer writes, "You have a mental dialogue going on inside your head that never stops. It just keeps going and going. How much of what it says turns out to be true, and how much of what it says is even important. We all engage in inner dialogue. Sometimes it can help us sort through problems, understand our motivations, and work through upcoming scenarios. A rehearsal of sorts. At that level, these inner dialogues can be beneficial. If we rehearse an upcoming meeting in our heads, we can prepare ourselves for a sensitive topic or important discussion so we feel ready and confident no matter which way the conversation turns. Then there are those times when you're standing in front of the mirror and thinking, I didn't deserve to get that promotion. I'm never going to amount to anything anyway. Before you know it, you're beating yourself into the ground and potentially doing some real damage to your self-esteem. Negative self-talk can originate from various factors such as bad past experiences, societal influences, negative feedback, and personal insecurities. In my case, it originated when I was a kid, when I would constantly be reminded that I wasn't going to amount to anything.
Because you're a dumbass.
That kind of persistent negative reinforcement can be difficult to overcome later in life. Negative self-talk can also come from comparing yourself to other people. That guy or girl has it all. Why can't I be more like him or her? The truth of that other person might be quite different than what you're imagining it to be. But that doesn't stop you from thinking that they've got it all figured out while you're just stumbling around in the dark. However negative self-talk begins, it can quickly spiral out of control if we let it, until we're stuck in a negative self-talk loop. These thoughts can be fueled by our low self-esteem, past or present failures, or external influences like social media or parents. The more these thoughts are repeated, especially if they're repeated out loud, the stronger the neural pathways become, creating a cycle that can be very challenging to break. The more that you tell yourself that you're a loser, the more likely you are not only to believe it, but to actualize it. Now look, not all negative self-talk is bad. Sometimes your inner voice might just be giving you some tough love. Maybe you shouldn't wear that dress to the job interview, and unless you're involved in the music industry or part of a biker gang, you're probably going to live to regret that neck tattoo. In this case, listen to your inner voice and don't do it. But when negative self-talk is affecting our self-esteem, when it literally undermines our successes and reframes our failures as some kind of karmic retribution that we think we deserved, these negative thoughts can lead to stress and anxiety, and they can end up as a part of a cycle of self-doubt and pessimism that can be detrimental to our physical and mental health. Negative thoughts can also cloud our judgment and hinder effective decision making. And they can spill over into personal interactions, leading to misunderstandings, conflicts, or even pushing people away. And if we let it go too far, these thoughts can definitely affect us physically, contributing to health issues like high blood pressure, a weakened immune system, and even an increased risk of heart disease. Recognizing and challenging these types of negative thoughts is crucial for building a more positive self-image and better overall well-being. The key is to realize the difference between a little tough love and self-sabotage, and stop the onslaught before it gains a foothold. So, what do we do to stop this harmful self-talk? Here are 6 strategies I've found helpful in putting a stop to negative feedback loops. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness can help you become aware of negative thinking patterns. When you feel yourself getting stressed out, you can use techniques like deep breathing or meditation to stay present and calm. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness, love, and understanding that you would offer to a friend. Challenge perfectionism. Recognize that perfectionism can be a source of self-doubt. Embrace imperfections and view them as opportunities for learning and growth. None of us is perfect. Use affirmations. Create and repeat affirmations that counteract negative thoughts and say them to yourself out loud in front of a mirror. For example, I am capable and deserving of success. Practice self-reflection. Set aside time to regularly reflect on and celebrate your achievements, large or small, and do monthly check-ins to reflect on your progress and to set goals. Journaling. This really was helpful to me. Writing down your achievement works to embed them in your memory. Journaling can also help you keep track of personal milestones. Writing down these milestones and achievements reinforces a positive self-image. Silencing negative thoughts and self-doubt is an important step towards maintaining mental well-being. Progress may take time, but you need to stick with it. There's a YouTube channel called Better Ideas, created by a young man named Joey Schweitzer. In one of his videos, called 5 Things You Need to Hear, he says something so simple and profound: life gets better when you're on your own side. It's time to get on your own side. If you've struggled with negative self-talk, please leave a comment and let me know what helped you to silence the negative chatter. Thanks for viewing this video. If you find this type of content compelling, please visit the channel again. I'm Mark Dietrich, wishing you the best as you navigate your journey.